Welcome to the Work in Process podcast. Thank you so much for joining me again today on this episode. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you are here. On the previous episode, we talked about how vital friendship is on your journey to self-discovery, purpose, character development, and on being a better person daily. Your friends are very important. So you must be very careful in the kind of friends you attract. I said on the former episode, you don't select friends, you attract friends. Like mind attract. So if you want to even continue the journey and you want to still keep working in process, you want to still keep growing every day, your friends are very important. I said, show me your friends and I will show you your future. And my brother was like, you are not a magician, how will you show them their future? He said, what people used to say is, show me your friend and I'll tell you your future. And I was like, well, the reason why I said, show me your friend and I'll show you your future is because the moment I see your friends and I see the way they are behaving, no matter how serious you try to look or how serious you try to present yourself, I know that in the long run, you will end up looking like your friends. So your future is what your friends look like. And that's why in friendship, growth is very important. So as growth is important to being yourself as an individual, actualizing yourself as an individual, it is also very important in friendship. So any friendship that will grow should be a friendship that is centered around growth, because even without growth, there's no way you guys can exchange value between each other. So it is either your friends are growing or you outgrow your friends. So if you are growing and your friends are not growing, the friendship that both of you share, that ship would soon sink. So here is what I think about growth in friendship. I think the basic and the foundational law for growth is the law of intentionality. This law applies to several other things, but is also very important in friendship. So when you are attracting your friends, you have to be very intentional. Who are the kind of people I want to be in my life, like the kind of people I want to surround myself with? And on my own journey, I've come to discover that most of the guys and most of the amazing people that surround my life are people that we are alike, and it's when we have spoken for a very long time and we have interacted and we've gotten to know each other to a certain extent, then I sit down and then I'm like, oh wow, we're actually going in the same direction. So I noticed and I discovered that it was because I was acting in a certain kind of way or intentional about myself in a certain kind of way that I could spot those people also. So naturally they saw that in me also, and then we became friends. So that's like the law of attraction that we spoke about in the previous episode. So anything or any process you are not intentional about cannot grow. So intentionality is about consciously focusing on something. I want this kind of people in my life. Be intentional about it. Consciously focus on it. And this is a very good place to start your journey to growth. It's foundational. So you have to get the foundation right before you start going. So you can't just decide you want to become a better person every day when the kind of people that you move with every minute, they are people that just like being worse every time. People that don't enjoy, development, growth, and productivity. People that don't want to be better basically in several areas of their life. So you can't just make that decision and think, oh, only you will just, all of a sudden grow and then your friends will catch up with you. I don't think that can happen. It's that they slow you down or they drag you back to the level that you were before or even worse. So the question is, what do I need to do to be intentional about my friendship? Now, these are the principles that I have applied and they are working for me. I'm still applying them. I know some people will be like, oh, but you don't do this to me. I'm sorry if I don't, but these principles are very true. They have worked for me and I'm still applying and I'm still learning them. And I encourage you also to do the same. Be intentional about keeping in touch. That's one truth about friendship. You have to be intentional about keeping in touch. It doesn't come easy and naturally for some people, so you have to work on it. Okay, I want to keep in touch with this person. So how often do you guys talk? Is it through a chat or a call. So if you want to know more about somebody and you're not intentional in keeping in touch with the person, then there's going to be a problem. So how often do you guys share? Now, there are two different things. Talk and share are two different things, to the best of my knowledge. Talking can be, we just saying different things, laughing and just going around different topics. While sharing is the point whereby we are open to each other, we are vulnerable with each other. Oh, this is what I'm passing through currently. This is what is going on in my life currently. I need help here. I need support here. And I need you to strengthen me here. So some people are quite busy, and I understand. And some people don't always pick up their calls or reply on time. You know yourself. I understand. But keeping in touch is one of the best ways you can make your friendship to work. So you have to, if you truly value that friendship and you want to still be friends with that person, the moment you have spotted value in that person, you have to be the one doing the work. That's sacrifice. You have to be the one, calling the person, checking up on the person. Now, to get to a point whereby you have to now share. Sharing is like telling the person, hey, yo, I know you are very busy. I know you are doing a lot of things, but I really like if you can dedicate some amount of time to me. Let's talk, let's share, let's discuss about these things. I have some of my friends, my guys, I basically call them my guys. Before we left school, there was something we did whereby we locked the door of our room, and then just the four of us sat down, and then we were intentionally scrutinizing each other, the good, the bad, for the past couple of years that we've been together. And that process was so beautiful and intentional for me, and I enjoy it. So I will encourage you to do that with some couple of your friends. So you have to be intentional about serving each other. You have to be concerned and intentional about the other person being happy. So if you want your friendship to work, you have to be intentional about these things. Okay, is my friend happy? What is making him not happy? And stuff like that. So the moment you start investing in your friendships like this, naturally everything starts working together. So those that can't stay with you begins to leave, and everything starts taking shape. So it's only guys that can sustain the process with you that will still remain with you. You also have to be intentional about encouraging each other to do stuffs. You have to be intentional. So some people are more laid back than others. You have to be very intentional. Oh, come on, let's do this. Come on, let's work together. Come on, let's read a book. Let's do this challenge. Let's pray together. Let's watch this movie together. You have to be very intentional with all these kind of things, because without these things, your friendships cannot work. So there are a lot of other factors you should also be intentional about, but the basic ones that you need to be intentional about is what I think I just mentioned. So I want you to work on this, on your friendship, your relationships basically. So thank you for joining me again today, and I'm really glad that you are here. Bye for now.